I don't really watch James Bond movies, but the theme songs are awesome. I love all of them. So today we're going to look at Sam Smith singing The Writing's on the Wall. I can't wait. I've watched this many times, but I want to comment for you and share the love for this performance. Bend the pitch, awesome.
I've been there before.
And he already, right out the gate, he just starts doing all these things. He does soft voice, with less vocal cord closure, breathiness, and then he goes to a more intense sound with more vocal cord closure, more focused. I've been there before. He's the master of kind of voice colors, constantly changing colors and mixing and then lightening up and being breathy and using falsetto, then going back into chest voice. And you'll see he's going to do lots of this.
But always hit the floor.
So he doesn't just sing plain pitches, but, these little ad-libs give the song and the performance so much. So when you want to sing stuff like that, pay attention to those details.
I spent a lifetime running.
So he took a breath and then he kind of took it from below to give it that importance, that urgency. It's like, I stand alone, kind of pushing the pitch a bit, kind of lifting it a bit.
And I always get away, but with you I'm feeling something that makes me wanna stay. Unprepared for this.
Strings.
I never shoot to miss, but I feel like a storm is coming. If I'm gonna make it through the tank.
He already went, so it was chest voice quite a while, and then da 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 time. Falsetto here.
Then there's no more use in running. This is something I gotta face.
Chest voice.
If I risk it all.
Very little vibrato on that very long pitch there. Just at the very end, but very little. Not too prevalent. You have to play with those straight tones to give it that tension.
Could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe?
Oh, and I just love that transition, Da 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 da. Big voice. And then, how do I know? Now, kind of raising that larynx on that high pitch so it doesn't sound like a classical soprano. Sound almost like you want to sound like a little girl. How do I live? How do I live? And then putting that nice vibrato, even though now the pitches are shorter, it's kind of gives that impression of the vocal cords there's more of an oscillation, which kind of takes away the tension. We had the tension and now it's like, it's almost like taking that deep breath now.
If you're looking for a way to help you stay on track when it comes to singing, whether it's technique, mindset, or motivation, in my online singing school, you will not only have access to all of my pre-created video courses, which includes more than 200 video lessons, but you'll also have access to an amazing community of like-minded people, singers from all over the world who love music. You will also have the opportunity to get personal feedback from me during our monthly group coaching session. You can dive into all of my courses like Music Theory for Singers, How to Sing Opera, Mastering Pop Ballads, the Vocal Warm-Ups Vault, the Vocal Troubleshooting Guide, Back to Basics, Perfect Beginnings, and more. Check out the link below, and I hope to see you on the inside.
Lots of transitions. Oh, I just love when he does that. He mixes on the top, kind of mixes in some nasal resonance. It's not a nasal sound like, how do I, It's almost like a whiny sound. Wah, wah, wah. And this is like his trademark. He plays around with so many voice colors.
My blood, tell me, is this what I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all.
Falsetto again.
'Cause the writing's on the wall.
Big sound. Those strings. Oh.
A million shards of glass
Straight.
that haunt me from my past. As the stars begin to gather and the night begins to fade, when all hope begins to shatter, know that I won't be afraid. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I breathe when you're not?
And notice, like, big orchestra, which supports that big sound that he's making in this really prevalent, focused chest voice. Lots of support from the orchestra. So that is a very cohesive sound. And then it's almost like he's very exposed, very naked, very vulnerable suddenly again. And you have to express that by really shifting completely in your voice color. The orchestra takes everything completely down when it comes to intensity. And so your voice has to get very intimate now. And he does that really well.
I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love, breath in my blood. Tell me, is this what I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all. 'Cause the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall.
The brass section, the horns. Oh, yeah.
How do I live? How do I breathe when you're not here? I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love.
He did that again. I wanna feel. Very narrow in the throat, but this is very intentional though.
Blood. Tell me, is this what I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all. 'Cause the writing's on.
So I love that, how you started on the top with that more narrow throat, and then he took it all the way down. Very connected, very legato. Oh, and then he kind of really opened up on the bottom there.
The wall.
Oh, this is so nice. I just love when someone has a nice open vowel and a nice resonant tone. Starts it straight. It pierces you. Oh, and then comes this moment where the vibrato comes in. It's almost like, we have arrived. This is so wonderful. Oh my goodness. I get chills every time because of that arrangement. That orchestration is just blows you away. It's such a mighty sound. It's so powerful, and it wraps you in because it's big. And that brass section, the horns, and was that trombones? I couldn't see it, but it's, my goodness. Huge sound. I just love these orchestral arrangements. I'm a sucker for that, like big time. Big time, coming from the opera world. I love this. If you would like to learn how to have a more resonant, brilliant tone and how to play with different voice colors, check out my free Better Resonance Challenge. I will put the link below, and I will see you in the next one. Always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart.